Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining Bella and I for this deep stretch session. Today we'll be easing into some gentle movement and deep stretching in our hips, hamstrings, our lower back, and also our neck and shoulders. I do have a special guest joining me. You may see Bella stick around for some of the stretches. Whenever you're ready, all you're going to need is your yoga mat or some clear space. We'll get started in a seated position, Dandasana. So coming into Dandasana, extend your legs out in front of you. Take a seat, find a nice tall upright spine, find length through your shoulders. On your inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, bow your chest towards your thighs, hinging at the hips, finding a gentle hamstring stretch. If this is your first movement, and you're a little tight in your hamstrings, feel free to just bend your knees. On each inhale, find length through your spine, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Maybe finding a bind with your hands on your feet. Maybe resting your forehead on your shins. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise back up, reach up. Exhale, draw your right knee in, coming into half lotus. Bring your right shin, or your right ankle, just where your left hip crease is. Maybe this is enough of a stretch for you, but if you want more, reach up, inhale, and exhale, fold over your left leg. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, switch off the legs, send your right leg long, draw your left ankle in towards your right hip crease. Anchor that left knee towards your mat, inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Again, maybe finding a bend in that right leg. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, extend your left leg back out long. Take one more breath, inhale. Exhale, fold just for one breath. And inhale, rise back up. Set your palms on your mat. Come through onto your shins and have a seat on the backs of your heels. So from this position, we're just going to go for a little wrist stretch. So send your palms to your mat behind you. Feel a nice stretch in your wrists as you externally rotate your forearms, drawing your shoulders down and back. Maybe stay here if this is enough, but if you do want a little bit more in the back and shoulders, feel free to lift your hips up, pushing your hips up towards the sky. Squeezing your glutes and quadriceps to support you here. Inhale. And exhale, release. Now come forward through tabletop. Take a few cat-cows, whatever feels good. Find intuitive movement. Inhale. Reach your belly towards your mat. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale. Exhale, push the mat away. Inhale. And last one. Exhale. Curl your toes under, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a couple gentle pedals with your feet. Breathe into the backs of your calves. And then on your next inhale, reach your right leg up and back, bend your knee, open up that hip. Breathe into your right hip. Inhale. Exhale, square off your hips. Step your right foot between your hands. Lower your back leg down. Just sink into a low lunge here. Draw your shoulders down and back. Inhale. And exhale, sink your hips a little bit deeper. Maybe find some wiggles side to side. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, bring your right palm to your left thigh, reach up and over, inhale. Exhale, bring your right arm back up. Windmill your arms so your right palm comes down, left palm up to the sky. Use this leverage of your right arm on the inner edge of your right foot to push your hips open and open up through the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, sweep that left palm to the inner edge of your foot. Heel toe your foot out wide. Find a lizard lunge. Maybe taking your right palm to your right leg. Open up. And exhale, close off the stretch. Send your left toes back behind you, curling them under. Lift up into an elevated lunge. Walk your fingertips over. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale for length. And exhale, fold. Draw your forearms towards the mat. Hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left. And coming back through to center, over to the right. And coming back through to center. Now from this position, pivot your toes so that they're facing outwards. We're going to come into a goddess position with our arms on our legs. So bring your palms to your thighs to help you sink a little bit deeper into this nice hip opening. Draw your shoulders down and use your arms on your thighs to open up your hips. And then just drop your left shoulder inwards. Open up your right shoulder to the right. And use this leverage to open up through that left hip even more. Inhale. And exhale. This time, right shoulder points inwards. Inhale through center. Exhale, bend your left shoulder. Inhale through center. And exhale, bend the right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Straighten your legs or reach up. Pivot your toes so that their toes are slightly in, heels out. Exhale, hinge at the hips, wide-legged forward fold. From your wide-legged forward fold, crawl your fingertips to the front of your mat. Send your right leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip. And set your right leg to meet left. This time, inhale, reach your left leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip. Exhale, draw your left knee in towards your chest. Step it between your hands. Lower that back right leg. Draw your shoulders down and back. Sink your hips, low lunge. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, sinking through your hips. Exhale, send your left palm to your right thigh. Reach up and over. Find a twist. Inhale. Exhale, windmill your left palm to the mat. Reach your right arm up. Use your left arm to find some leverage to open up through your hips. Inhale. Exhale, frame or bring your palm down. Heel toe your left foot to the outer edge of your mat. Find a lizard lunge. Inhale. Exhale, square off your hips. Inhale, rise up, Anjaney. Exhale, frame your front foot, send your hips back, hamstring stretch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Elevate on your back, right leg lifted up, walking through to wide-legged forward fold on the other side. Inhale for length, toes in, heels out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little deeper. This time, root to rise, reach all the way up. Palms to your heart, turn your toes out. Exhaling back into goddess just for one breath. Inhale, and exhale, sink. Inhale, reach your arms up. exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Walk your arms all the way to the front of your mat. All the way to the front of your mat. Send your left leg up and back. Bend your knee, open your hip. And square off your hips, downward facing dog. From your down dog, take your right arm, set your right palm on your left shin, open up. Use this as leverage to find a gentle twist in your lower back. Maybe shifting your gaze up to your left armpit. And switch off the sides, left palm, right shin. And again, reaching your shoulders through to the right. And release the stretch. Come down onto your knees. We're just gonna go for a shoulder stretch. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Open up through the shoulders. Exhale, thread your right arm through. Come up, come down onto your right ear. Maybe take a bind with your left palm on your right thigh. Inhale, open through that left shoulder. Draw it down. And exhale, sweep that left palm to your mat, or reach your right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, right palm to your mat. This time, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, sweep that left arm through. Maybe stay here if you want the bind. Bring your right palm to your left thigh. Draw that right shoulder open. Inhale. And exhale, release. Reach that left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, sweep your left palm down. From this position, we're just going to come into a frog pose. Walk your feet out just so they're on the outer edges of your mat. Flex your toes. And from this position, gently start to shift your hips back. You can find some gentle rocks here with your breath to ease into that motion if it helps. You should feel a nice stretch in the inner groin. And if you want to find stillness, come down to your forearms. And make your way out of your frog, coming back to tabletop position. From your tabletop position, Bella has found a new home on my head. From our tabletop, we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So set your forearms on your mat, send your legs back, draw your belly down to your mat, but lift up through the chest, draw your shoulders down and back, extend and engage your legs, point your toes, reaching your toes to the back of your mat, and use the engagement of your forearms on your mat to draw your shoulders down and really open up, even contracting the glutes to support us here. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Now feel free to stay in this Sphinx variation, or if you want to add a stretch, bend your left leg, bring your left palm to your left foot, and pivot your arm so that your left elbow comes up, and hug your left lower leg in towards your thigh. And as you do this, rotate, squaring off into your hips still, reaching your chest forward, and drawing that left shoulder down. It's really easy to want to kind of collapse in this stretch, but see if you can use your right palm to help you lift up. Inhale. And exhale, release the bind if you took the bind, and we'll get to the other side. Bind your right leg in, send your right palm to your right foot. Pivot so that your right elbow points up, right shoulder points forward and down. Lift up through your chest. And exhale, release the stretch. Bring your forehead to your mat, just between your palms for one breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring your palms to face your chest. Inhale, lift up to upward facing dog. Draw your shoulders down and back. And exhale, push back, child's pose. Roll through child's pose, through tabletop. Send your right leg in between your hands. Stay in this low lunge, or if you want the added stretch, reach your left arm up and over. Draw that left leg in towards your glute. You should feel a nice stretch in the left quadricep here. And release. Exhale, sit your hips back, come into a hamstring stretch. Maybe stay here, maybe play with this hamstring stretch, maybe rocking in and out through the hips, maybe bringing your fingertips to the outer edge of your right leg. But if you do want to have a deeper hamstring stretch, you can join me and go for splits or split variation. If you do want to go for the variation, just gently start to walk that right heel forward, left leg back, and stop at any point that you feel that you have a good stretch, but it's not painful. It's just a comfortable stretching sensation. If you want to keep going and your body feels okay, just gently sinking down into our splits. I like to find some rocks just to ease into the stretch. And when you do arrive in your splits, just find stillness. Breathe into that stretch that you've created. Find as tall of a spine as you can, drawing your shoulders down if you can. Gently ease on out of your pose, coming back up into a hamstring stretch. Take your time here. If you need more time, you're more than welcome to pause the video at any moment. And then coming back through tabletop, send your left leg out in front of you. Sink into your hips. Again, if you want that deeper stretch, reach your right arm up and over and pull your right leg in towards your thigh. And release the stretch. Send your hips back, hamstring stretch on the left leg. Inhale for length and exhale, fold. Again, maybe stay here or walk your way into your splits on your left leg. For me, my left leg is always a little more stiff than my right leg. I think most of us have one leg that seems to always be easier for certain stretches than others. That's totally okay. But maybe take note of that. For me, I should probably spend some more time doing more stretching on my left side to try and even them out. And when you find your final split position, just soften into your hips. Soften through the backs of your legs as much as you're feeling a stretch. Still invite your body to disengage and relax. You can gently make your way on up out of the splits. Coming onto our knees, we'll go for one final back bend here. Coming into camel pose. This is really nice counter action for the splits that we just did. So if you want to, you can just bring your palms to your back, draw your shoulders down and find a nice back bend. But if you do want more, you can come into camel, reaching for your back heels, using your palms on your heels to externally rotate your shoulders. You're more than welcome to relax the back of your neck. Gently roll on up ever so slowly. Sit on to your heels. We're going to come into our final resting pose, hero. So just taking your shins slightly out so that your hips can actually rest between your feet. If this is too much, feel free to use a pillow or a block to support your sit bones. Find length. And exhale, crawl, and move up just a little bit. Exhale, crawl on down. If it feels comfortable, you're more than welcome to stay in an upright position. And come into reclined hero. Let your palms face up. And reconnect to your breath. Bella and I would like to thank you so much for joining us for this deep stretch. We hope to see you again on your mat. Namaste.